Well, good evening or good morning or whatever it is in your particular jurisdiction. So here I've got a Chrysler yuck, front wheel drive, steering shaft, and I am tapping the hole where the old spline shaft used to come in. And I'm going to put a chunk of threaded rod into it. I would say this exact chunk of threaded rod, it's 3/4 inch, and that's a 3/4 inch 36 spline. So it should go right in. Well, I mean it definitely will because I'm tapping it. 3/4 inch, 3/4 10 I think is the designation of that. I don't know. Well, whatever. Anyways, it's gonna. That all thread's going to thread in there. Oh, you're in the way. Look out. Stand back a little bit. Don't get grabby on me. Yeah. Start grabbing stuff, I'm going to accidentally mash your finger. Yeah. Best to just hang back a little bit, and if I need some help, I'll yell. Appreciate the offer, though. So, we're tapping this here thing. Just run this tap all the way in, all the way back out. I already oiled it before you started watching. Oh, I think we got some pretty good threads here. The threads don't actually have to hold too much, because there's going to be, oh, it's already through. Kick ass. See if I can finger it out of here. Heck yeah. Got some pretty good chunks out, so I'm pretty sure it's got enough meat in there to thread into. And it doesn't really have to have that much meat to thread into. All it's got to be is just enough to function. And I might actually still just weld this thing, but I kind of want to try to avoid that if possible, because I don't want to ruin this as much. Well, I mean, this is kind of ruining it to begin with, but I don't want to ruin it too much, because there may be another application for it. Or I might just take that motorhome steering column, just drill a big hole in the floor and shove that through instead. I think this will be the easier way to go right now. Okay, we're done with my $20 tap from Kraus Mill True Value Hardware. Kraus Mill, they don't advertise with us yet. Hopefully they will. Alright, so we got our doohickied, and now I can't get it back out of the vise. There we go. There's the scheme. Oh, yuck. Well, that's all greasy. Where did all this grease come from? It wasn't on there before. Whatever. That's dumb. M-U-D, dumb. Huh. There's another problem, is the back and forth this way is kind of tight on here, so I want to try to figure out a way to grease this joint before it ruins itself. I could probably do that. Do that, maybe just oil it. I wish I could drill into here and tap a grease fitting into this. Actually, both of these caps. That would be awesome. I wouldn't have to change my steering joints all the time, because I can't get these damn things. Because this is plastic, this end, and I don't think it comes out. Well, there's a square hickey that goes into here. I don't know if that's welded or not. And then I don't know how to get these apart anyway. I don't know if they even are supposed to come apart. I think you're just supposed to replace the whole thing at, however many hundreds of dollars Chrysler wants for one. But they don't make them anymore. Okay, so here's the deal. See this? I just cut some threads into here. Hopefully they're deep enough. I think it was actually a little bit too deep. Well, by the specifications. But now the threads are splined, which is odd. But it'll hold a piece of all thread, which is yaw. At least I hope it will. I'll feel kind of stupid if it doesn't. I bought the wrong tap. Yep, there we go, cool. So this threads into there. And I'm going to thread a lock nut onto it and lock it solid. Oh yeah, that's a good tight thread. That's good, perfect. Beautimous. Alright. This was $5.50 at Star Supply. Considering the prices I've seen at the other hardware stores about the place, that's for $2,023, that's not too awfully bad. I'm going to thread this end in because it's the end that's got the good threads on it that they didn't cut. So just basically kind of jam that through. Oh, I think she works. Uh-oh. I just got a ding on my phone and an email alert, which means that we probably are off the air somewhere or other. Alright, that's fairly tight. So if I thread a nut onto here, she should, in theory, stick. And then what I'll do, whoops, well, I guess I can do that. So if you look real close in through here, you can see the chunk of that thread goes through where that hole goes through. So I'm going to run a drill bit through here. When I find out the alignment that I want, then that's going to make a flat spot on the side of the all thread, and then it won't be able to turn. I'll thread that nut up on there, it'll lock it tight, and the other end inserts into the GM steering shaft. I drill through the center of it using the GM steering shaft as a locationing device, and that should be, as they say, that. Ooh, check it out. I got new gloves. And new zip ties. There we go. Perfect. Now you can stare at my new gloves and my new zip ties until I get this project done. Alright, I've got to shut the camera off a minute. I shall return. Alright, I'm back from outside. Sort of fixed the thing that brokered. And now we got to measure here. Do some measuring. We need 5 inches outside of the hickey. So I'm going to cut her like 7-ish. Then we'll have 2 inches that stick into the GM steering shaft like that, because it'll just shove in as far as you can shove it in until it hits the end. So I may as well cut it a little bit long. That way we got extra if we need her. So we'll cut 7 inches here, thusly. And it's not an exact science. Cut 6 or 8 or 9 3/4 or whatever the hell you want to do. That should do it. There's going to be a couple more steps we need to do to make this work right. And I'm not so sure I trust that width of material with the rotational force, but we'll find out. So I'm going to take this out in the garage, chop this end off of here up to there. That might be a little long, but I guess it's better a little bit long than a little bit short. Ouch! Oh, that fit just about the whole thing, and it comes out the other end. That's the problem. Mesh is on the other end. It's much more of a problem because you can't have it hitting stuff in there. Yeah, it comes all the way out. Oops. Alright, I don't really want this to be too far into there because I want it to telescope. Alright, so that's actually about here's where it's going to sit. So we can chop it off right where that mark is, and it'll be right inside this telescopic section, and it'll do what it's designed to do. So then, what I'm going to do, I figure, is I'm going to drill through here with this, using this as a locator. I need to figure out how to shim the sides in so that it stays put without welding this. Now this 3/4 inch all thread fits in there almost perfectly on the D sides, but it goes side to side on the round sides. I need to make a way that this rod, once I get this jam nut on here, I get this drilled through, this rod needs to be able to be rotated with significant force to make this steering shaft rotate, to rotate the gearbox, which then rotates the front wheels. There's a neat thing too. This has the same type of pinch bolt on it as the Chrysler one does, where it's got a little gouge in the shaft where the bolt goes into it, and that way it doesn't, it can't turn on the shaft, and it also, lost my train of thought. Oh, it can't pull out, and you can only fit it on the shaft one way. So it helps to locate it. I get this to turn a little bit better. I'm not sure how well it's going to like. I'm sure it'll loosen up. I'll have to grease it a little bit somehow. Use some kind of a needle or something to jam the grease in there. Not sure how this has come apart. I'll have to look and see. Probably a video out there. Well, we'll see. Alright, so let's take this out of here. It just unscrews thusly. And you see there's my splined threads. Those aren't as strong as regular threads, but they'll work. At least till we get it. If I have to, I'll weld it, but I really don't want to weld it. Alright, so let's see how this arrangement goes. I've got a jam nut on there. We'll thread her in up until it sticks out yonder side just about, like that, and thread the jam nut on. Now that should, in theory, tighten it up enough to where it stays put. Universal nut rounding tool. There we go. Good enough for now. Yep, that's good. And that'll be a pretty solid, once I tighten it down a little bit more, that'll be good and solid. And then we'll push that pinch bolt through. Well, it's not really a pinch bolt, but we'll put that, you should call it a locating bolt through there once we drill through the thread a little bit. And that'll help keep her still. Yeah, it's got a little bit of play, but it's not that bad. It's got a little bit of play both directions. If we got to change it, we will. I'm sure I can find Daytona parts somewhere. Alright, that's it for that. I gotta go grind this thing off. Alright, good news and bad news. The good news is I'm out in the garage and I have the grinder ready to go. Bad news is I don't feel like moving the light out here. So I'm just going to grind it in the, well, it's not dark, but the camera can't see very well here. I'll just grind it in the dark. It'll make sparks when it grinds, and it'll light it up a good enough amount. Alright, where do I put this piece of strut? Shut it right there. Alright, so there's the mark that you can't see. Stop it. Or not. You can't see that. Let's go around this way. How's that? There we go. I can't see what I'm doing. Well, that's a lot of damn metal. There we go. I'll show you. Alright, now we're going to grind a little bit of a slip on here, page on here for you. Grind the burrs off it. Yeah, I got a little conical shape to the end of there so the nut will go on it. Alright, then pull the plug on the grinder. I'll see you's back in the shop. Where's the button? There it is. Alright, 2 players. Up, up, down, down. Left, right, BA, BA, select, start. That should get us going. Alright, let's see if this thing worked. The nut here, and this here thing here. So you see I ground it sort of conical so that the nut has a little easier time getting up the ramp to get on there. And it does. It just threads right on like that. No burrs getting in the way, no nothing. It just threads on. So that's good. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, now that my shaft is the approximately correct length, run this down a little ways. I'm thinking we're going to jam this on here. Huh, that's weird. I'd think that would be warmer than it is after having just ground on it for 5 minutes. Alright, so this slides into there like that and it just fits in. But now it's going to have to sit about right there. That's about where it's going to be in the car. So I want to make a modification to this shaft so it actually fits inside of this thing a little bit more neatly. Huh, what if I just cast aluminum right into there? Nah, sorta. Ah, ooh, that's better. Alright. Huh, I wonder how I'm going to do this. See this? Well, I'm definitely going to drill a bolt through here because that's how they had it together before, it looks like. It's not quite enough material there to really, for me to be confident in that holding. And this has got to be able to slip in and out of here. It can't slip in and out of there because of the way it is. So it's got to be able to slip in and out of here. So I'm thinking if I thread a nut onto this shaft at the exact right location, we've got a little bit of play in this end. It doesn't have to go all the way into there, but it should go most of the way in because this thing is plastic. So if I weld, I'll probably have to put this whole thing back in the car and mark it correctly. If I weld a nut onto this shaft, then I grind it down so it fits inside of here, then I can still slide it up and down. I have a little bit of play in it. Then once I get it set up the way I want it, I will drill through the whole assembly, put a bolt, a pinch bolt in there, or whatever you want to call it, just a sticker inner bolt. I take the bolt out, shove this up in the car column, make sure that's tight, then shove this up on there, shove the far end into the steering gearbox, push it back down, put the bolt through, tighten it down, tighten down the steering gearbox end, and away you go. You've got steering. It's never that simple, but in theory, that's how simple it is. Alright, got some more juice in the camera. Let's see about drilling this thing here. What I'm doing is drilling this whole bump off of here. They punched this in, the sheet metal that makes up this shaft, so that you couldn't push the other shaft in too far, I guess. But we're going to have to get rid of that because we have to push the other shaft in as far as it'll go now. The shaft from the column. I should probably set that to a different setting, huh? Nah. Well, the battery's still dead. What if there's something wrong with it? I don't know. Whoops. Lack of words. There we go. Alright, cool. That'll actually help me too because I need 2 holes here. Having just 1 hole is not going to be enough. And I think if I punch this all the way through, is that fairly close to being aligned? Yeah, close enough. punch it. Yeah. It doesn't really matter if it lines up straight because I'll drill the shaft. Actually, it probably helps if it's not lined up perfectly straight because I can drill the shaft. Yeah, it's slightly offset. See, it ain't quite straight. That'll probably help because I can then drill the shaft slightly offset, and it'll make it harder for the shaft to rotate around and jerk around and get loose from the mounting. So I'm going to put 2 bolts through the shaft instead of just 1. I could probably get it. Actually, I could probably bolt like 3 or 4 of them through there. Just squish it down here some more and keep on a drilling. So basically now what I'm going to do is just, I think I'm going to make a spacer to wedge in either side. I got all manner of copper out here. I'll probably use that because it's soft enough I can bend it and stuff. Make a spacer to wedge in on either side of here. And then I think we'll just drill through here twice whilst it's on the car. And that'll be the attachment. It's going to be right about there is where she's going to sit. And then we just shove this end in first into the steering column. Then shove it up in like that. Stick this onto the steering gear, bolt it down, and then rotate the steering column to exactly where I want it. Oh, there's going to be one more thing I got to do, and that is to drill through here. I can do that now. I think. I don't know if this bit's big enough. Whoops. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Let's see, did it work? Yeah, it's not really going to do too much, but I think it did strip the threads out of there. Let's see if it stripped it off. Yeah, it looks like it did it. It did the job. There we go. Alright. So now when I stick a bolt through there, it'll help to prevent this from rotating on this. Oh, you didn't see. It'll help this to prevent this from rotating in this part. I could just go punch into this flat spot here and just drill all the way through that, but I don't want to. I'm kind of not really into drilling all the way through these things because it sort of kind of weakens the metal a little bit. I think I can only fit 1 hole through that. It's probably not the best of ideas. What happens if I squirt a little bit of oil in here? Because this joint's a little bit stiff. So I'm going to try to give her some juice. Get it all over the bench and all over the workpiece. It makes a huge mess. No, I think it's sealed well enough that that's not going to do anything. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's starting to help a little bit. I know I'm going to have to fix it one of these days properly, but it's tight enough right now I can steer with it. Oops. Come back here. There we go. There you go, shop rag. Well, that other one sure did loosen up good. That's good. Acceptable. Yeah. Ouch. I suppose that'll work. I guess I'm kind of quiet because I'm kind of tired. I'm awake too much for work. Because work keeps calling and things keep breaking and I need to keep fixing them when they break, and it becomes a problem. Oh wow, you can see the rust leaking out of there. That's weird. Well, I guess it's not weird, it's Ohio. Alright, I guess this rotates okay, and it's got to stick up like this and rotate. And it can do that. It doesn't have to rotate very far. It's not going to really hurt anything if it doesn't quite rotate straight. That's good enough. It'll work. At least that part's not going to break anyway. Alright. I don't really trust this too much, but I mean, this is a pretty solid shaft. It should be alright. I'll just only poke a 1/4 inch hole through there, that way it doesn't destabilize it too much. I think that'll work. Alright, came up with an idea. I want to stabilize this end because I'm sure this is going to be the one that's a pain in the ass. So I got a number 8 machine screw. I'm going to get a 9/64 drill bit. I think that's the right size to go through. Nope, needs slightly larger. It's not 8ths because that's smaller. What are you? Should be this one. Well, let's try the next. I don't want to drill the hole too big because I don't want to have any play in it. This will work. Whatever size this is, it's good. This is a 3/16. Alright, that's good enough. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, just kind of jam this on here and just kind of bang her through. Whoop. Maybe. There we go. Right. Yep, that's pretty well centered. It needs to be slightly off center though, just to make it stick a little better. Second gear. Oh, let's see. Get this screw out of my hand first so I can grab the thing better. Let's get my oil can. Earl. Stick some oil in it. I can't remember who says it. Who says oil? Ouch! Okay, Harbor Freight drill bit. Goodbye. That was uncouth. I think it was bent. Is the drill bit still stuck in there? I thought it went pating fuck, but I don't know. Huh. Maybe that's why it won't go through, because it's too the metal's too hard. Oh no, there it goes. Whoop. Huh. Glad I'm having these problems on camera. Nobody ever believed this. Like, this thing's been hours and hours and hours of work. Not that much because I don't have any time off of work, but I got a lot of work in this thing. I don't know how these guys that do these full restorations do it. Well, they probably pay somebody else to do it. That's what. Yep. Huh, so maybe maybe the oil actually makes it harden the metal. Sometimes it does that. I think we're into the bolt now, or the all thread. So I'll either put a number 8 machine screw through this or a hardened pin. Just something that's going to take up the slack a little bit, or a roll pin maybe. Once I get this pilot hole through here, I can make a bigger hole next time. Yeah, it's probably time to oil it. I do not like drilling without oil. It's a good way to ruin drill bits. Of course, drilling with oil and heating it up too much is a good way to ruin a drill bit too. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. There it goes. This feels weird while it's drilling. Maybe it's my bit sucks. I don't know. It's going. It's making chips. Let's keep on jooching, I guess. Yep, don't do that. Sideways is not the ways. Oop. Oh, I bent the bit. Nice. Well, I needed a slightly bigger hole, and that's a good way to get a slightly bigger hole is bend the damn thing. Everybody knows drill bits love bending. That's their favorite thing in the whole world. Because then you get to buy a new drill bit. Ha ha. Hooray. Alright, you stay there. Go through the metal. And I'll push. And in combination of me pushing and you going through the metal, this ought to work. Or pushing, if you're in PA. Push on it. Or bashing on it if you're in East Palestine. Push on it, bash on it, whatever. Get her done. Yeah, how much of my Harbor Freight do we have into this thing? About yay far. About an inch into it. I don't think we got that much further to go, do we? Yeah, 3/4 inch plus I don't know, however thick this is on either side of it. It ought to be cooking through the other side pretty quick here. As I brush it off into my box of electronic cables. Oh, now it's just cutting. Yeah, we're gonna get a little more pressure. Pressure. Whoa. Huh. Well, do I still have a whole drill bit? Yes, I do. I think. Yeah, it's still got a point on it. Alright, I broke through something. Maybe I broke through the other side of the hickamajig. I'm not all the way through yet, am I? Well, maybe I ain't. Well, I can't see light. Yeah, I'll just keep on drilling, I guess. Drill, you terriers. Oh, I see chips going through. I don't feel a drill bit on the other side, though. Huh. Oh, that's good bent now, isn't it? Nice. That'd be alright. If you try to straighten it out, it'll really screw you. Like this. Nope, just made it worse. Alright, just shoot through it. Get her down. Fire in the hole. Combustion in the orifice. Is that going through or not? I don't think it is. Let's lean on her a little bit. Alright, battery went dead while I was drilling. Camera battery, not the drill battery, obviously. So, let's start drilling again. I ain't going to drill without it being on camera. Because who knows what kind of crazy shenanigans will happen whilst I drill. Let me put it back on second gear. No, maybe I won't. And the drill battery is going dead too. That's nice. Let's see, what you got? Huh? Oh, well, that's stupid. Got no juice. No bars. Alright. Well, I'm going to keep it going anyway because I don't like batteries. I'm going to be mean to it. Haha. So, take that. So we call it electronics abuse. Uh-oh. Well, nope, that's not going to do it. I know it will do it. The old drill. The frayed cord. So what you got to do is grab it in between the exposed spots. And she'll drill pretty good. This thing will break your wrist too. It's oh, what the heck it is. Whatever that says. My glasses are crap. Oh, it's a Milwaukee UK. Whatever that means. Milwaukee UK. Huh. Yow. Alright, how do I... Oh yeah, the key for the thingamajig. Alright, so jam this in there. Turn this thing here out a little bit so it does the thing. Do that. Drop key in there. Yeah, get it that way. No, I'll not be bending down to pick that up off the floor because my back is killing me and it's just ain't happening. So there, take that. Alright, see if this works. The last time I used this drill, it burnt the crap out of my bit. Like, several times. So I'm thinking maybe that might not be the best of ideas, but it's either that or waste a whole bunch of time charging, and I kind of want to get through here tonight. There we go. This thing will absolutely break your wrist if you screw up. It'll just grab the piece and just rotate. Something will rotate. It's going to be either you or it. Usually it. Alright, the bit's not too hot. I can stick my finger on it and not lose my finger, usually. Cool, we're through. And it's a little bit off center, but that's okay, because that's sort of what we're shooting for. It gives it a little bit better leverage in the bore. Cool. Alright, hopefully I didn't just totally ruin that thing. Whoa. Hey, I found my missing bit. Oh, thanks. Alright, let's unplug this before it fries the crap out of me. Always make sure you use the most frayed cord you could possibly use. Make sure the rubber's chipping off the cord, both internally and externally. And basically just make a mess out of things. That's the way we like it. It'll be like Greta and her dang, cords with the insulation still on them and stuff. Jeez. You drive your Tesla, all fancy and shit. Oh, I have to have cords with insulation on them. Oh, yeah. Neat. Alright, so there's a big old pile of crud stuck in this here bolt hole. Whoops. Well, I probably should have made sure that, I guess those bolt holes are going to intersect no matter what we do. Whatever. Pating. Oh, that's where all that stuff was coming from. Because I hit this one. Huh. Tell you what. Let's chuck this up in the drill. Let's go one size up. Just enough to deburr it. Or not. Come on. Get a little bit more. I know you got a little bit more left in that battery. Maybe that's all we're going to get out of this battery. I probably should put it on the charger before it ruins it. Yeah, why not? Alright, so I let this battery charge a whole 7.5 minutes. And I had an idea. Oh wait, that's wrong. Where is it? Or did it come loose? Nope, wrong way. Okay, this way. Oh no, those are loose. Yeah, that one's loose, and that way's tight, so we gotta go this way. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is where this little bump in the indentation in the cabinet or the cap is, I'm just gonna punch all the way through it into the joint, and I think there's needle bearings in there. If not, I'm gonna ruin it. I think this drill bit doesn't want to go in. Let's get a little bit bigger one. It probably also won't want to go in. I'm probably going to have to go get one of my carbide bits. So what I want to do is I'm going to drill them caps. Hopefully not get as much of schmoo inside of them. And I'll put a bunch of oil through there first. Then use a syringe to punch some grease into there. And then see if I can get a hold of a couple of little tiny pipe plugs or something and plug it. Although I don't think these drill bits are going to go through this hard metal. I am flexing the bit and nothing else. Alright, well, that must mean it's hardened, super obnoxiously hard metal. Alright, never mind. Thought I was going to be a wise ass and fix this thing, but well, I'll just have to keep oiling it and working it. I was able to work some of that rust up out of the bearing by just turning it a bunch. I mean, it doesn't turn that hard. It's like it should work for steering. And I got a great big wheel I got to turn, so I shouldn't even notice. I didn't even notice it when it was in the car, that stiff joint. But I just kind of like to make it work better because I don't want to take it apart and fix it again. It's not that big of a pain in the ass compared to the ones where you got to take the whole stupid steering column out, but still, it's just I'd rather not do it. So there's this one down here. I think is the tight one. It's got the rust coming out of it. That's that little dot there on top of that thing. Is where I want to drill. Is that big enough to fit a grease fitting in? I don't think so. I wonder if they got little grease fittings with little tiny threads on them. Yeah, like a 16th inch pipe or something stupid like that. I got a bunch of grease fittings over here, but I don't know that they'll work. I'm sure they won't work in this application because they're way too big. They're just regular size grease fittings. Well, I did got them. I don't know where they went. Huh. Oh well. Huh? Maybe I don't got them anymore. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's something else. Oh, poop. Oh, duh. And the big package that says grease fitting. Yeah, these are way too damn big. These are the ones I threaded into them Chevy calipers to get the stuck pistons out of them. And I wasted all my grease. These are almost the size of the thing. If I could get little tiny ones, that'd be great. Well, regular size grease fittings, but little tiny doohickeys on them. Little tiny threads. Huh, I say. Huh, indeed. Oh well. I'm gonna pick her up another day. I'm too tired to function. And, my back hurts. And I'm tired. I'm going home. See you later. Alright, well, we're back out here. And the cursed day star is gradually receding from the sky. That's good. And here's the pieces I made. Sorry if my camera's a potato. No, I'm not. I'm just too lazy to go get the right thing. Well, I think this is going to be the same video, so you've probably seen this thing before. And you've probably also seen this thing before. What we're going to do... Oh, you shut up. We're going to jam this thing up into the steering shaft where the wheel is coming from the car. Or the steering shaft coming from the column side. And then stick the other piece in to get a measurement. I'm going to mark it, and I'm going to take it down to my shop, shove it up the drill press, drill all the little pins and holes and bits and pieces we need to run through there, and then go to the hardware store, get some hardware, and attach her up. Alright, so with the steering wheel straight on a 90 Daytona, or approximately straight, this D, I think, goes to the passenger side, or approximately to the passenger side. We're going to try that. I think it worked that way the last time. It's slightly off, but it's pretty close. So, let's chop up my arm here. Because, you know what, before I do that, let's not chop up my arm. Let's grind off all the little sharp pieces I keep cutting myself on. No offense to any emos, but I'm just not into that. Thank you very much. Where's the grinder? The grinder's in the garage. Oh shoot. Alright. Okay, we'll not grind that piece off. We'll just go around it, because that's far to walk. And my back hurts, and I'm not going to walk that far tonight yet. Okay, where is the hole? It sounds like a personal problem. The hole should be right about even with the exhaust outlet. That's another problem. Oops, uh-oh. There it is. I found the hole, hooray. Yep, okay, we're turning the steering wheel with it. I think I got it in the thing. Come on. Yep, there it is. It's in. Get in there. Ah. Go in. Ah, you turd. Come on. Yep. Okay, so I'm lined up right. The wheel's damn near straight. We'll straighten it out before we do the drilling on the other end of the shaft. Okay. Fortunately, it only fits on one way, so that helps. That's also unfortunately though. Okay, we're on the column. Come on, get in. Ouch. Damn it. I got too much arm to jam in this whole hole here. Say it's a pain in the ass, but it's a pain in the arm. Let's see. What kind of shmoo do I have I can stick on there? Oh, let's put some shmoo on here. I'll put some blaster on it, and hopefully that'll help to cut some of the old grease that's on the shaft end, the steering wheel end of it. We're going to have to grease this before we put it back in for good. This is a temporary adjustment here, so we're not going to do it yet. Alright, you get in there. Wish I could see what I was doing. I probably should have did this before I put the motor in. Okay, I think we're on it straight. No, we're not. It come right out. Come on. Yeah. Just go up in the damn hole. Jerk. Oh, because it's cockeyed because it's front wheel drive, that's why. You know what? I bet I can get into that easier from the bottom. Oh, so yeah, the thing about front wheel drive, at least this particular application, is that the steering shaft that goes from the wheel to the steering gear, which is right about normally at the second U-joint down there, it's diagonal. I keep forgetting that. It's not quite straight up and down. Because you can do that in a front wheel drive car, because that's just how it works. Whew. Oh, here, I'll show you. So that's the angle that the jig goes at. So I got to match that angle when I'm shoving a thing up in the hole, and hopefully it'll do it. Alright, let me see if I can get underneath it and jam it in the hole. Hopefully without ruining my good grunt board. Alright. Good, underneath the car. I can hardly see that. Hi. Ouch. Alright, so alright, good. So the brake line shouldn't come off like this in your hand. I'm thinking maybe that one was bad. Alright, that's going to face that away. Well, every last brake line on this car was totally rotted out to the point where it shouldn't be on the road, and in fact it wasn't on the road primarily, well, partly because of that. Oh, that stuff tastes awful. Ah, yeah. I gotta wash my mouth out with soap. Uh-oh. Oh, there's the hole. Alright. I can't see the steering wheel from down here, but I'll just assume. Shove this back there, like that, right about that angle. Of course, I got to keep restarting this camera, so you probably missed me where I got a mouthful of rusty brake line crap. You know, I just got the piece of crap out of my eyeball from earlier. And now I got a new piece of crap in my eyeball. Oh, there we go. Yeah, to get the angle right, just shoves right in there, I think. Nope, didn't shove it in there at all. Where you at? There. Aha, gotcha. Now, of course, it ain't going to go over to where I need it, because I can't get the angle on it because this other junk's in the way. Well, let's see. Yep, there we go. Cool. Alright. Shove her up the hole a little better. Yeah. Give her a little bit of adjustment room here. Don't put it quite up all the way. Okay, there it is. That's my threaded rod hanging down there. The next one I gotta do is underneath here. You can probably see from up there. Cool. Alright, underneath here, and take the pinch bolt out. Okay, where did I put that other piece? Uh-oh. Ah, shoot. Oh, here it is. Stuff's camouflaged among the other junk. Alright, take out the pinch bolt. Throw it in the thick of a jig. Alright, now, get down there. Now we shove this up the shaft. Like that. You can see it. If you can't, well, we'll do it again. Yeah. There it is. Okay, now let's rotate this until it goes onto the steering pump, or the steering box, I should say, gearbox, whatever. Now that's right exactly where I can't reach it to put the mark in. Whoop. Hard. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you can see. Alright. Lay my hawacker over here. Percussive encouragement device coming right up. Don't want to hit this stuff too hard because it'll ruin the, I don't know, steering gearbox or something. I mean, it ain't like there's not a billion of these things in the junkyard, but I don't feel like paying for another one. Come on, stupid light. Alright, you sit over there then, whatever. Yeah. That's an almost hooked up steering shaft. How do you like me now? If you can't see anything, and I can't see anything with my arm in the way. Come on. Light. Light is supposed to be light because it lights, not because it darks. It's not a dark bulb, it's a light bulb. So do your job. Hey. Yeah. Oh, cool, it worked. Okay, there it is. Now, what we do is we make a mark with some kind of half-assed decent marker if I got one. It'll be, come on, light, right where I got to drill, which is, of course, naturally right where I can't reach it. Oh, there it is. Aha, look at this. We got to kind of hold it centered right there. Oh, let's just mark how far up the thing goes on the other thing. And then we can take it, put it on the drill press, and mark it up the rest of the way. So we'll do this. I'll be here. There's like 4 threads marked. Now, you take it all back apart. Fun. Mechanical work. We put the FU in fun. Okay, there we go. Done. Yeah, grab the other and take it down too. There, get the shaft out of the other shaft. There we go. Now this, there we go. Work it out. Smacked my hand backwards on something sharp to swear a whole bunch. Oh, there we go. Yeah, maybe it did help. Okay, good. There we go. We got her. At the mark. So it's got to go up to the end of this mark, you know, up to the top side end, which is there, you know, this end. And that'll be it. We're going to poke a hickey through here. I drilled that hole the other day. It's a little bit off center because it makes it, I forget, but it works a little bit better when it's off center. Wow, this camera battery's going dead already. Oh, there you can see it going through there. And I might drill a little one through the nut here and put a pin through it just to be on the safe side, or maybe not safe, I don't know. Slightly less unsafe, whatever. Okay, so there's our mark. Let us remark the mark. ever notice how people named Mark with a K or with a C are usually cool? Like, I've met some, and there are some exceptions, don't get me wrong. Not everybody's evil, but like, most of the Marks I met with Mark with a K are like, well, at the very least frowned upon. At the very worst, stole all of my worldly possessions. But Mark with a C is usually pretty cool. So I'm going to mark with a C this thing. M-A-R-C it. Alright, so I marked with a C. And that's my Dollar General paint marker. For like $3 you get a nice handy little paint marker, hickey. There we are. Now you can see too, also, in addition, where that hole is where I got to shove this thing up in. And right slightly lower than that hole, or in front of that hole, and a little bit lower, right in the way the steering shaft is the stock exhaust manifold. So what I need to do is, you can see where it needs to go through. There's a big open space down there toward the driver's side direction. Where am I looking here? Oh yeah, right there. You can see cardboard down through there. That's where I got to point it to. So it's got to come out a little bit more and then point down. I could actually just build some spacers that space out the factory exhaust manifold, because that wouldn't be that hard, and I could just put a second gasket on it to space it out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. Yeah, that's how this whole project is turning out. And of course, the starter also won't hook up because everything's moved forward because I mismeasured. So now I have to take that, well, if I take that whole motor mount bracket out, I can get away with it. What I want to do is weld a hunk into here, right next to where that power steering gearbox is. Weld in right about here. There's going to be a plate on here, and it's going to be a little bit of bracketry spacing it out because the frame's not flat. And there's going to be a piece of unistrut going from here to there, and that's going to hold that side up, and it's going to do the same thing on the other side too. Of course, I'm going to plug up these holes before I start welding near them, because what I really want is to get a bunch of welding shit inside of my power steering pump. That would be great. That'd be the best thing for it. They really appreciate that. So yeah, I can totally do away with this entire back half of the bracket, which means also that I can use my big starter that I paid only like $40 for shipped. It's a direct drive starter. That everybody likes these gear reduction ones. I like the direct drive ones better because I've had less of those fail. No, not fewer, less. Less of them failed. Well, of course that one didn't work the way I wanted it to work, but it might have just been because of the way I installed it, or the application. Well, the application was right, just it didn't do what I wanted it to do. We'll get it. I can actually take that entire LS mount out of there once I get the front chopped off, or the back end chopped off of this mounty thing. What I may do also is, actually, I might go from here to there. Well, maybe I'll do two. I'll do one here and one here. Up to there, up to there. I might just do that on either one side or both sides. I'm not sure yet. But a lot of the weight's going to be on the transmission mount too, so that cross member mount, whatever. So that's going to take some of it off, but I don't want to. I just want to sort of distribute it well enough. Either that, or just make a new set of plates for the side of the engine, but that's going to be a pain in the ass because there's other stuff bolted to that, and I think I'm going to leave that alone. I don't want to mess with that. Oh well, that's it. Off to the shop, down southwardly, to start drilling things. Hopefully not dick it up too bad. See yous later. Alright, here we are at the drill press. get this lined up. Let me put another mark on it just in case. So here's the mark we made on it the other day. The white mark is a paint marker that I need to abide by. So we're going to put blue around it. So if we chop in between them two threads on the drill press, that should give me what we need. Now what we got to do is this D, the big end of the D is going to face up. It's got to go like that. Goes around here. That's into that flat of that nut. And then with the big end of the D facing up, this here has to face this way. Carefully rotate it. It doesn't have to be exact, because I can take the wheel out and change it, but it's easier if I don't have to do that. We'll just use this drill to mark it right now. Alright, that should do. So now, well, if we just chop straight down through the center, it'll be alright. Where that mark is. I need some kind of turn to lay down on here. Probably should have ground the flat into that. Wow, that drill's way too easy. And then I thought, well, nope, the base ain't set. Good job. Alright. Tighten down the base, and then maybe it'll actually drill. Make sure. That's crap. How did you manage that? That's enough of a hole, enough of a divot that I can smack this in. See if it lines up. Yep, okay. Hole number one lines up, and we should be on the D here. Right up and down. And that should be 90 degrees to it. Yep, good. Alright. Cool. So this is that way. That's straight up and down. That'll work. I'm going to punch a couple holes in here, and the one is not quite centered. Well, I guess we could make it centered on the other side, couldn't we? Oh no, it's pretty close. Yeah, good enough. Alright. Let's see. I think we want to take this step bit off of here. You're not my real bit. Look at this, I can get a big step bit. Harbor Freight. There we go. Okay, whatever size this here is, I think it's an 1/8 inch or something. I'm pretty sure it's one of the cobalt ones. If it's not cobalt, it's something else pretty hard. So it should hold up. If nothing else, this will be a pilot hole. I'm hoping this is just the main keeper though. Oh. Yeah, we can get that. Alright, hold it. There. Okay, now that doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just got to be in the ballpark-ish. That'll do. Now let's see if this thing's even sharp. Well, something's moving. Thinking this drill bit's probably a turd. Yeah, I think I'm just pushing it up into the chuck. Alright. Well, that's not going to help very much. Oh, I was drilling that lathe chuck with it, that's why. Trying to. Didn't help very much. Well, we just go up to the next size. Whatever this is. It's not 1/4 inch, I don't think. What are you? 3/16. Yeah, that's got some kind of schmoo on it. What are you? 1/4? That's 1/4. Yeah, let's go 1/4. Well, let's go 3/16 and then go 1/4. Assuming these will go through that. I'm pretty sure they will. Because the other set I had would. Did. Am. Are. Is. Whatever. Let's restart this. Okay, I've restarted the video. Since this camera only gives us 9 minutes and some change per video. Alright, let's shoot, see what happens. Let me guess. Yep. Alright. Oh, you know what? Down, move it over. There we go. That way I can pull this sort of flattish. There we are. Alright, nice on through there. That was a grade 2 bolt. That cannot be that hard. Just all my drill bits suck. Alright, let's try. Rapid tap. Thank you, AVE, for informing me of the joys of rapid tap. Which makes it a lot easier to drill things. Usually. Yeah, it's going through. Probably not anything resembling straight, but we can fix that in post. Seems like this rapid tap prevents hardening of the material when you're drilling into it. Okay, this is kind of probably crap. Hard. Well, let's try to make it break the drill press and the camera, but not me. What's really fun is when it swings around and whacks the back of your hand instead. Oh, we're through. Cool. Yeah, nice. Look at that. There's a complete hole through it. It's almost centery type of a deal. Neat. Where'd that brush go? Whatever. I don't know what kind of schmoo is on here, but that's silicone or something. Maybe it's cancer glue, I forget. Whatever. No, it's not as much on. Alright, so we got a hole through here. Let's see if the hole through here lines up with the hole through here, like it did before. Yep, that's a lining up type of deal. And it looks like I can drill all the way through, fairly straightish, and have it go all the way through here too. That away. That's good. See if I can punch into this. All I gotta do is get a little bit of grind on the threads, and then it'll be able to go in the rest of the way without this whole thing sitting here. Alright, just got a little bit of gouging to the threads, and it should drill okay from now in. Like that. Yeah, let her get a bite. Once it gets a bite, it'll go in. Tap in there. What project farm ever tested this stuff? Probably did pretty good. I bet. That's right through her. Chop on. Alright, so what I need to do is for this thing to grab the piece, and then bash me in the nuts real hard with it. Yeah, fitting into a perfect dent. Alright. Looks like 2 holes straight through. It's vaguely straight-ish. Actually, that one that's kind of offset is perfect. Because the hole in this other chunk is offset. Whoops. This hole in this other chunk is offset too. Look at that. It's offset just the right amount. I think I gotta turn it around. There we go. Nope, it's good the other way. I think I offset it the wrong direction, but it doesn't really matter because it'll work. Alright. I'd like to have at least a 1/4 inch fastener to go through. I don't want to drill too hard through here, or too big a hole through here, because then it'll weaken the hickey. But I think what I'm going to do, since this has got a flat on it, and this circular piece doesn't line up with the circular part of these, I think what I'll do is I'm going to grind this spot flat and weld a couple of washers or a piece of, actually better yet, I'll just grind a piece of metal, grind a piece of steel to shape and stick that in the ground out flat, so it'll space this out so it'll contact this. Right now it kind of goes, it's loose. So we'll grind a flat into here, and then, well, I don't even have to weld it on. All I got to do is just bolt it. Just make a square piece of metal that goes in there, a rectangular, just the same size as that flat, and then just bolt it through, and just make sure it's the right thickness. It'll be okay. All right, that's our next project. I got to go find a piece of steel that's adequate to do that. Well, I don't have a grinder up here, but what I do have is not particularly the best of sanders. If I can figure out this little piece over here where it's behind the paper again. Whatever. Better be. What's this? I forget what this does. That's tighter. That's looser. Oop, nope, don't need that. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Alright, well that's sort of got a flattish spot in it. I guess we can finish it up the oh boy, that is way off center, isn't it? Well, the other one's off center anyway too, so that's okay. It'll work. I'll get away with it. So I'll probably drill this one to 1/4 inch and leave the little one little, just so it is. Then I'll need to get a metal steel plate, which I don't have up here because this is not the steel shop. Wait, what's this? You know what we need to use is silver plated copper. That's what we need to use on this thing. Ooh, shiny. I had to polish this stuff, but it doesn't polish very well because it's, I don't know, probably not the right kind of silver, not the right alloy or something. Either that, or I just release deadly fumes from whatever's in there into the air. Probably high beryllium copper or something stupid. Whatever. Oh, this thing got warm. Alright, that works out. If I need to finish it out, I'll finish it out with a grinder. It's fairly flat-ish now. See if it'll jam in the hole. Don't have to worry about this circular section. Oops. The other way. There we go. Yep, that's good. Yeah, fairly close. And the other side's going to be also reasonably close-ish. That'll work. Alright. I'll probably have to rotate the steering wheel because I think I dicked that up. Whatever. You know what? I could actually drill through farther down here once I get this situated. And like this rod goes way down the thing. So if I really wanted to, I could put some extra bits and pieces in there just for security. I guess. Yeah. I don't know, I think it'll work. There it is. And that's a complete steering shaft. I think, well, there's going to be a couple of bits and pieces I got to stick in here yet. Like I'm gonna stick a bolt through here, and then that bolt kind of interferes with this a little bit, but not real bad. So I'll put a. Well, good news. I have one fully assembled steering shaft. It's going to be hard to reassemble this in the car, though. I figure I'm going to punch another hole through there, through the small one. That's whatever size this is. I think it's an 1/8 inch. I forget. Whatever. Anyways, punch another one of those through, and that'll hold this shaft. That's a number 10, I think. Machine screw going through the bolt to the nut, the big nut. I'm going to put another one through there, plus the pinch bolt on here that'll hold that. With this I'm going to get a grade 8 1/4 inch to stick through there with a little bit of a washer on it. Uh-oh, somebody's setting off my security system again. That's not me, I better check it out. Oh, yeah, and probably a number 10 through that other one. I got to drill this hole a little bit off to the side because I screwed that up. Whatever. It'll work. We'll get it. And then there's 2 washers. I ground this down a little bit. Whoops. I ground it down a little bit. Inside there, you can't. Oh, there you go. 2 washers in between the ground out flat and the flat side of the hickey. The steering gear side of steering shaft. So that should hold. If it doesn't hold, I'm sure it'll break while I'm in traffic and ruin my day, and somebody else's day obviously too. Preferably not. That's why I'm using better hardware. Anyways, this is just to hold it together right now. We'll get her fixed up right tomorrow after I go to the hardware store. Gotta hit up Krause's and give me some good stuff. That should do it. I gotta make it assemblable in the car. So what I gotta do is I gotta pull all this apart, which is a pain in the ass, because it's hard to get just exactly in the right spot again. If this bolt comes out, there's 2 washers in there. What I need to do is braze them washers onto that big old all-thread chuck so they don't move. That way, when I put it on the car, all I gotta do is shove this bolt back in, and it's in there. I don't have to fart around with it. Alright, well, that's about it. I'll see you next time. Hopefully the next video will be me putting this in the car and turning the steering wheel, and the front wheel's turning with the steering wheel. Alright, I should have a full battery this time. Now, this is kind of screwball the way I'm doing this, but what I'm figuring on doing is, see these little washers that are in here? I am going to solder those to the shaft, hopefully, so that they'll stay put when I shove the shaft back in the other shaft. Can you see that? No, you can't. Now you can, sort of. I'm going to try to heat this shaft without heating the painted one. And then solder the washers to the shaft. I was going to braze it, but I don't think I can get it hot enough the way it sits. I'll give her a shot. Alright, let's try this way. And all it's going to do is get hot enough to solder. Yeah, it's going to be a while. Let's get that away. I don't want to burn too much of that paint either because I'm indoors. I'd probably do it outdoors if I wanted to. I feel like going outdoors right now, and the lighting's better in here. Alright, you're going to need that solder over here. Soldier. Whoops, yeah, torch the camera, that'd be good. Nope, I don't think that's going to get hot enough. Shoot. Nope. That's almost getting there. Nope, that's way too big to be soldering this small torch. Shoot. Alright, well that's not going to do it. It's going to be a giant pain in the ass to put together if I don't somehow find a way to attach those two washers inside of there directly to the thing. Because if they're not firmly attached, I knew I was going to grab that when it was hot. Duh. If the washers are not attached to the shaft, then I'll have to slide them in independently, and that's a completely different can of worms I don't want to mess with. Got this nice and the joint on the steering column end nice and loosened up. That's good. You're a little bit of Earl. I wonder what I should do about this. I mean, not the U-joint, the other problem. The washers and stuff. My wire welder's not working right now, so I can't really do that. I could probably fix it. I need to fix it anyway. Well, that's good and moving. Alright, cool. Ouch. Still too hot to mess with. Well, that's grand. Good idea. Maybe JB weld it. See if that works. It doesn't have to be super strong, though. It's got to be just strong enough to hold it while I jam it into the thing. Don't need very much, just a little tiny bit. The next thing I need is some sort of an applicator that'll fit in there. I don't want to mix this JB weld until I get some sort of an application device that'll work. Oh, I gotta reset. Okay, reset complete. Huh. Well, looking at it top down, if I had a toothpick or something, that would work. Here we go. This will work. The optimum application device. A zip tie. Alright. Mash this up here. It's hard to mix JB weld with a zip tie. I tell you what. I guess that'll work. Well, the good thing is if I heat it up, it'll cause it to cure better. Oh, it'll kind of flow a little bit too, so that might work. Alright, let's give it a shot. Now the only problem is getting it apart. When it needs to come apart. Well, I'm sure I can hammer that out the end of it. And the external shaft is smooth. So it should pop right out of there once the JB sets. That ought to do it. See if we can get away with it. Get away with it. It's half the battle. Actually, that's the whole battle for this. You know what? Oh, that's still pretty good and hot. I guess maybe I'll just let her sit overnight. That way it'll set up properly. Now I'm not really going to need to move this nut anywhere, so it can just stay where it's at. Probably weld it. Well, I don't need to weld it because I get this other bolt sticking through it that I drilled a hole through the nut and through the all thread all the way across, so I can stick this through. Now I'll put a nut on the other side of it so it's just a lock bolt. We got 2 bolts here that go through it. That should be enough. Plus the washers on the inside that space it out to where it matches up with the outer shaft. That should be enough. I mean, I don't foresee this thing falling apart anytime soon. And I'm going to be the one that has to pay for it in higher insurance rates if it screws up. So that's, well, I don't want anybody to get hurt either. That's kind of important, I suppose, but yeah, that's the deal. Just keep working this joint back and forth too, because it's still a little bit kind of janky, but it'll get there. And this one too. This one's pretty good. It's a little tiny bit rough, but it'll be alright. I wish I could find a way to grease these. I mean, they're permanently greased, which sucks, and I think the seals are bad. I need to get a small carbide bit, drill bit, tungsten carbide. And I need to drill the ends of these caps with it. And I need to put little tiny fittings somehow in there. I think what I might do is thread them, and then thread a little tiny piece of like 1/8 inch or 1/16 inch copper tubing, put a joint in the middle, and then put a grease fitting on an adapter, so it's got like a headphone looking thing that sticks out from here, and you know, sticks onto both sides, and it comes out like to here or back to here or something where it's not going to get in the way. It looks like a little pair of headphones on it, and then you just grease the fitting in the center of it. That would do it. And then I'll just put one on the other side too. Neat, that'll work. Well, let's heat it up a little bit one more time, and then I don't have to get it super red hot, just enough to cure the JB. Without burning the JB, because that sucks. The JB weld cures faster, and it cures harder if you heat it while it's curing. I think all epoxies do that. They're like thermoset or something. Most of them do. Because I noticed that the ones that put out a lot of heat cure better, and the ones when I heat JB weld, it cures better. I think Project Farm is going to do something on that too. What if he already did? Because he made a piston or something out of JB weld. I don't want to get it too hot because it'll ruin the cross-linking effect of the epoxy, but polymerization or whatever it does. You get it just hot enough to where it gets all excited and starts working faster. Alright, that should do it right there. Alright, torch is off, other torch is off. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Because what I got to be able to do is I need to be able to slide this shaft out of this one and then back in, but these washers need to stay in the same position on this one so that I can push the bolt through. Otherwise it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. I got to take my pick or a little tiny screwdriver, just dick around with both of them because there's 2 of them. So you got to screw around with it for like half an hour to get them lined up. And if you don't get it lined up perfectly, the other bolt's not going to go through either. So if I do this, the way it's already lined up, then I should be able to pull this out, push it back in, because I got to push this farther up to get this end onto the steering box, and then push it back down, and then put the bolts through when I hit the holes. And this end up here, this is the first end to go in. This goes into the steering shaft, the steering column shaft that sticks out of that first. Unless, of course, I were to just take the steering column loose, put this whole assembly in. I might end up doing that, because that sucks, but I've already got it down to where I can get it out with, I think, 2 bolts. I just have to pull it up a few inches, and then sit the steering column in onto this. Although that would be better with 2 people, but we'll see. I can make it work. Or we hook this up to the column, and then pull the column up, and then push this end in when the column's loose. I don't know. I don't want to have to take that column loose every time I work on this thing, though, which I may have to sometimes. That'd be a pain in the ass. Well, we'll figure it out. Alright, onward to the next episode, or the next segment, whatever. See you later. Alright, I changed my mind. I'm going to just do it the pain in the ass way. I'm going to take the column loose. I'm going to blob this up. Pull a JB weld. Like this all the way around. And then, well, that'll pretty much be it. That'll just be on there permanently. I'll just tighten the bolts down. And, then that'll be a little more secure too. I won't have to worry quite as much about it coming loose. Although I didn't think it was going to before, but with JB weld all the way around that sucker, it's never going anywhere. Of course, it's going to not be very serviceable, but it's just how it goes. Well, I'll still be able to take the 2 pieces apart. I just won't be able to take whatever's out. This is acquirable. This is the Chevy part's attainable. I can get that anywhere. There's millions of them, literally millions of them in the junkyards. It's just a GMT 800, and the 400 would probably fit too, I bet. I forget what the years are on those things, but you know, it spans a pretty good chunk of time, and it's fairly recent. It's not like a 1978 or something where it's hard to get. It's like it's those Generation X, the silent years where nobody remembers, the most ignored generation sometimes. My awesome Generation X cars get ignored. That'd probably do it. I crud up all the gaps just so there's nothing left. There we go. That'll be good and solid. And then I just gotta take the column loose and do it the pain in the ass way instead of, well, I guess this would be a pain in the ass too, so it's not really a winner either way. Yeah, it'll work. We got it. Alright, well, it's still good and warm, so I'm going to let that cure overnight and come back into it in the morning. I shall see yous later. Alright, here I am outdoors a week later, after having some time to think about that, and having time to work like a maniac. I have determined that I'm going to break 2 stones in the attempt to kill 1 bird. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set off the motion sensor a whole bunch of times, have my phone make that irritating noise. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick the whole damn car up because it's not bolted down yet. But it's not really a 95-cent rubber blocks from Star Fly. But it's not actually, whoops, stay up there. You just quit screwing with the camera. So, it's not bolted down yet. I can even bolt the back down without having to bolt the front down because the rubber's thick enough. I can just kind of use the play in that to maneuver it. What I'm figuring on doing is I'm just going to, since I'm already rigged, I've got the crane hickamajig here. I'm just going to pick the car up again, pick the front end of the car up off of the frame a little bit, in, and then put the front of the car. Oops, I almost said a bad word. I don't know, can you say that word on face or U-book or face tube or whatever? Whatever. Anyways, so I picked the car up, the front end of it, and it doesn't have to come up more than a few inches. Then just work the steering shaft on down below, and it'll slide a few inches on the top section, on the section attached to the column. It's got maybe 4 inches or so of play. I try to run it all the way in just so that it's got enough bite because it's plastic. But if I have to, I can pull it out a little bit. So I'll just slide that in all the way, and then pull it back out, slide it onto the little shaft on the steering, what you call it. Just put it down there. Somewhere. Where are you? Nope, too low. Oh, right there. There's the shaft. And just set the car down, and the steering column end will take up the slack. That'd be perfect. Well, I guess all I gotta do is rig up the car to left now, and we'll just go about doing it. Only got 1 camera, and the camera's got the only audio source. So that'll work. I'm not farting with the laptop tonight. I don't need to set up 20 different shots of me swearing at one thing. Alright, what did I just say I had to do? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. We're going to grab her around the front cross member. Don't flip those 2 letters around. Good Lord. Grab her here. I cannot express how glad I am that I bought this thing. This is just great. I really appreciate that I was able to make enough money to buy this. The trouble is getting it to stop where you want it. Well, getting it rolling is the last. Now it's the wrong way on the other side. Okay. Hold on. Right, even with that beam. Okay, there it is. It's even enough. Alright, where's my doohickey? There it is. Alright, so I got a shackle here. We're going to use that. At least 1 lifting strap. Preferably 2. Well, these are rated for 6,400 pounds. Yeah, but I really don't want to only have one on it. I could. I mean, yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of close quarters farting around with it here, so let's put two on. Probably don't do as I say or as I do. I mean, if it falls, it's going to fall on itself, but just don't do that kind of stuff. Restart. Because the camera only records 9 minutes and 43 seconds at a time. Okay, there's our restart. Let's rotate this a little bit. There we go. Make her a little straighter. Alright. Let's see. Let me go see if I can find that other lifting strap, because I don't like only using one. Oh, there it is. I may just use one, I don't know. When I think about it, I don't think these will fit into the shackle of all the hickeys. They just have to be one. Oh, yeah, it can just be one. Alright. Yeah, I can rig it so it won't move the wrong way. He's rigging it wrong. He's rigging it wrong. Well, you know what? Come out here and help. You're so smart. You rig up the car. That's going to come up through the back next to the end. All right. Ouch. Whoops, that's going to go over the steering hickey, under the frame, or under the, well, I guess that's the unibody. That part. Okay, gimme. Yeah. Ouch. There we go. Alright. Don't want to get her too twisty, you don't want to get her around anything sharp. We've satisfied both of those characteristics. Let's shove it in the hole. Yeah, this is too small of a hook, but it'll hold the weight, so it'll be alright. We're not going to be pushing on the tip of the hook. That would be a problem too. Got her all sunk into the groove. Okay, get her away from the sharp thing. Good. Now I got her away from the other sharp thing. She's good. Okay, mash her up. Mash on it. There you go. That'll do, Vic. That'll do. Alright, we're off. Ish. Sort of. Oh yeah, I think we're off one side. That's fine, each. Oh no, we're off both sides. Cool. Right on. Alright. Well, now I gotta try to remember where I put the shaft. Huh. Okay, yins hang out for a little bit. I'm gonna go try and figure out where I put that steering shaft. Alright, I'm back out here. And of course, as you might notice, it has snowed. Not considerably. It's got about an inch. Not too bad. Just enough to make things irritating. Well, I guess I don't complain too much. Alright, let's jam this here steering shaft on which the JB weld has dried and on which I've tightened all the fasteners. I actually found a nut for this thing. I think it's a 1032. Tighten that down. So this stuff on the car end is all good, and this stuff on the truck end only requires one hickey-majig here. Whoops. It requires this bolt to go through here, and I've got that stuck to the magnet on top of the car, which is good. So, I mean, it's not excessively bad, and it's got enough stuff in it to, I mean, this pinch bolt's in there. This retainer bolt that I put all the way through here is in there. That, I don't remember what this thing is here, but this little square thing is a nut, and it stuck onto this bolt properly, so I got it. And you got 1/4 inch going this way, 1/4 inch going that way. That's a 3/4 inch shaft. Plus it's JB welded to beat hell. Probably up to here. So that'll work. And I freed up the doohickey. It's a wee little tiny bit of play in it. You know, I freed up the U-joints in this end, and this U-joint was okay. So I just let it be. I'm going to have to try to figure out a way to grease these, but until then, I shall just let her be and get the thing done. I would like to have this done by Hot Rod Power Tour. That'd be rad. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go on Hot Rod Power Tour. I don't know if they'll like me because I got a bootleg roadkill sticker on the back of it, but we'll at least give it a shot. Alright. How did I do this? Oh, I remember how I did this before. Mash that down. Mash on it. Now don't forget to mash on the subscribe hickey and the thumb button thingy. Thumb button hickey. Mash on it. Give her a mash and like 8. Yeah, I'll just leave her over here. Can't really. Yeah, let's unclip this thingy here. That'll work. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Good that my engine got snow all over it. That's going to be great when it melts and gets inside of there and ruins everything. It ruins my good 70,000 mile motor. There's a lot of snow. Not very small snow, but there's a lot of it. Alright, what do you got here? See if you can see down there. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright. So you can probably about see the hole I got to shove this thing into. Let me stick my fingers in the hole real quick. Let me go get some paper towels because I'm going to be sticking my fingers in the hole. Alright. Blue shop rags. They're blue, they're in a shop, and they're rags. Hooray. Alright. Looks like we got a full frame of stuff on here. Now I have painted the, you can probably see that little line I mashed in there. And that D is for the D shape of the hickey-majig inside of there. That. So I can see, whoops. I guess I better clean the windshield off so I can see. Oh. There we go. Alright, so I can see approximately the alignment of the steering wheel, because this D is approximately straight up and down when the steering wheel is approximately straight. So, we're going to jam this up the hole. What's this? I'm not sure. Let's go around it. Oh, you know what? I know what the problem is. The car's up too high. We gotta let her down here. I forgot I picked it up a little bit. There we go. Alright. Yeah, set her all the way down. There she be. Alright, cool. Now let's try her again. 3 minutes left. We'll reset. Okay, reset. We are on. I should be able to get my hand in where it needs to go now. What the hell did I do this before? Carefully, I guess. Alright, where's the white line at? Crap. Ouch. Oh, there it is. Okay, alright. That's a good hand sticking spot. That's right about where she needs to be. This is a lot harder with the complete shaft attached to it. Oh, it's up here. What? Wow, did I just get it the first shot? Probably, no I didn't. Felt like it though. Or did I? I think I did. Nope, not even close. Alright. Give my arm a break. But not actually break my arm, just rest, I should say. Oh, you know what? We're going to get rid of that, because that's irritating. And I fixed the garage thing, so it's not hard to open anymore. I'll be back. Oh shoot. I didn't check to see if they put my grinder back, or my battery charger back where it belongs. Well, I'll check later. I trust the folks that were using it. They're okay. Well, the one is, at least. Alright. Let's go grindy shit. That's a lot of shit to grind through. That's better. Alright, that's acceptable. Quit tearing up my coat, quit tearing up my arm. Oh crap. Oh, something else I gotta do yet. I gotta go grab Advil. That's gonna be a real problem if I don't have that. Oh, I gotta check my time on that Advil. It is 2,322 hours, so let's say 2,330. Let's say 0-100, just to be on the safe side. I like to space that out a little bit. Stuff starts hurting pretty bad, but Yeah, that Advil is kind of rough on you after a while. You got to kind of watch. That's typical upper Appalachian disclaimer. Youns watch. Youns watch. I should say youns, not yins. It's youns. You ones. Okay, it's rotating. Is it? This thing's hard to jam in no matter where you stick it in from. Alright, white line is to the left slightly. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, come on. Yeah, there it is. Come on, you shit. Yeah. Aha, gotcha. Alright, now, see how excessively short I cut it? Oh, didn't. I did not cut it excessively short at all. That if it's the way I think it is, I think this might be really good. I might have cut it exactly the length we need to not have to pick the car up or anything. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, yes. Well, almost. Did it? Oh, it works. Yes! Ha! Awesome! Alright, it's in there. And I didn't have to pick the car up to do it. Cool. So I can take all this rigging and stuff down. Alright. So you can see it's in the top part, in the columns. There. Right there. Hooked up. So all I got to do is beat it onto the shaft a little bit, put that pinch bolt in, and let's see how far off the steering wheel is. It is not very far off. You probably can't see too good. Well, trust me when I say the steering wheel is not excessively far off, and I can probably take that slack up in the tie rod ends. Oh, kick ass, it's on. And I actually had a little tiny bit of play up in the top. You know, it's plastic, so I didn't want to put a whole lot of play to it, but there's just enough to where I can slip it onto the gear, and it works. Hell yeah. Let me shut this camera off. Let me get go find my pinch bolt. Well, yeah, we'll leave it run. Heck with it. Heck it. I'll pop the doohickeys here and let her sit there. Pull this up. I think that'll give me a pretty good view of the situation. Alright, let me get in my BF8. Alright. Can I or can I not see that as the camera does too? Yeah, give it a little tap. Okay, did we get it? Not quite. We're close. There it is. Should pop down on there. Alright, now throw the pinch bolt in. We'll use the original since it's okay. Let me go get a wrench. The thing I said, what the hell is this for, is actually a tarp that I was using to assess the next candidate for a project for this channel. Uh-oh. Where did the hickey? Oh, there. Pinch bolt hole. Well, shoot. If it ain't rotated right, I can just turn the steering wheel and it will rotate right, I think. There. Yeah. Make sure I mash the camera with this. There we go. Cool. I think it's going in. That's what the ladies say. Ah, that wind hurts. Welcome to Ohio, where the wind is painful. Alright, that's it. Seems awful loose. I hope I don't have to rebuild the stupid steering gearbox. That would suck after all this. The next thing I got to do is work on these motor mounts, because I got the solution for that. So the engine mounts revision E, I think. Ouch. Alright, I think I don't have very much farther to go to tooch it. It should be in. Unless it's stripping, in which case, heck with yins. Well, heck with, not with yins. Yins are okay. Heck with it. There we go. Okay. It's in there. I shouldn't have to excessively over tighten it because it's not something that frequently rattles loose. I hope. Alright. It'll sit there for a minute. I'm going to turn the steering wheel. So I'm going to open the car first. So I'm going to put this ratchet socket away. If anybody out there is good at fixing the rods inside these doors so the outside door handles work again, drop me a resume or something. Because I need my outside door handles fixed. They both broke off inside. Back following these make presages. So right now I got a pole with a hook on it, and I reach in through the hatch to open up the door of the car to get in, which sucks, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Ah, shoot. I gotta go fix my pole. The damn thing broke off in it. That's not painful. Okay, I'm back. Uh-oh, I lost my pot. Shoot. Let's go get another can. Alright, we still taping? Yeah, we're taping, yes. I've got some door popping solenoids I was thinking about using on this. Okay, here goes. Whoa, don't chuck. Alright, tilt that back, just a hair. Oh, my battery's about dead again. Nice. Goes up. Alright, hopefully you can see that. If not, oh well. That'll look better. Well, here I am turning the steering wheel. Oh wow, that's tight. That's nice. Woohoo! She works. I don't know what that clunk is, but I'm turning the steering wheel, and the wheels are turning. Holy crap, that is the most relief I've had in a long time. There we go. All right. So that's official. She's got steering. All right. That was one of the major issues I was expecting. If it steers that well without the power steering, it should steer really well with the power steering. I don't know what the clunk is, but we'll deal with that later. Right now, I'm going to go shove the lid on this thing and hopefully she didn't get too snowed on. And then that's it for tonight. I'm going to go park it at the shop, edit some video, and start the upload. Of course, youns won't see that part because I can't simultaneously take video and upload. But you get the general idea. Oh, I didn't even have to pick the car up, did I? Kick ass. Alright. Okay. Good. Strap bopper. Well, that rip. Reset. We're good. Alright. That should be enough protection for now. Ow. Okay. Move my cords out of the way so the plow guys don't. Well, the plow guys aren't going to plow back there anyway. So I think this area is necessary. Those little tiny snow particles are rather painful when they hit you. Tell you what, let us put the battery on top of there. Something heavy. That's too heavy. Well, that'll stay where it's at. It always has. If it doesn't, we'll just blow the snow off it before it melts. Well, that kicks ass. I kind of like that. Well, now that we've done that, you can see a little bit of the snow. Oh no, you can't really see the snow, can you? Oh well. Take my word for it. It snowed about 1.5 inches by now. I guess over here. Yeah, that'll stay. Alright, well, if you want to see more of this cool stuff, then mash on the little subscribe hickey down there. And mash on the thumb hickey too. If you don't like it, then I don't know why you're watching to the very end of the video. But, well, I don't know, I guess you can subscribe too. You're allowed. Oh, I hear the Youngstown anthem. Hooray, sirens! Alright. Well, best of luck to whoever those sirens are for. This'll work. I'll shove this on top of there. ain't gonna hold it too much, but it's a little bit of weight anyways. Alright, that's good. Well, my camera's all disgusting, snowy and stuff, so I'll see you later.